This is the tightest range we've had, basically 671 and 697 on SPY. And I mean, my experience says the longer we go sideways, the more violent the move is going to be to the upside or to the downside. I have some longs, I have some shorts, just decent green day today. Took some profits on some put credit spreads I had sold. But yeah, that's what's going on. And I'm pretty sure X is still having an issue with going live. But I'll post this on X later on. If anybody wants to join, here's the link. If anybody wants to join, especially if you want to talk about BMNR and BMNU, and here's the link. Where it is, it's right there. So if you want to show up, show your pretty face, grab the link. All I ask is you're in a quiet place with a good internet reception, so we don't have any issues. What else is going on? Outside Nvidia's earnings, that's the last one of the Mag 7, right? Mag 7 is basically stalled. That's why the indexes have stalled. So if the Mag 7 doesn't go anywhere, indexes are not going to move. That's a fact, because SPY is a market cap weighted index, and then the top 10 stocks are probably 60, 65, maybe 70% of the S&P 500. That's why we're stuck. We've been stuck. And if you look at Nvidia has been the same price as it was 5 months ago. So, and some of the stocks in the Mag 7 are actually almost to where they were during the April tariff liberation day. Musical chairs, for example, Microsoft is almost there, and Netflix, right? So good news. My long-term port is absolutely on fire. I said this, if you've been following me for a while, I put the stocks out there. I have 5 now. The additional 5 was, last one was Netflix that went into the port, and I got assigned shares. I had sold puts that expired last Friday. I got assigned at 88 and 85. I'll take out the premium. My average cost about 83.5. There's potentially they may walk away from the Warner Brothers deal. If they do, stock is $100 stock. Again, none of this is trading, financial, or investment advice. Do your own due diligence. What I do is very risky. Don't follow me. And so I have Google that I paid $152 for in April. It's $310. I have the May 350 calls out on that. I'm trying to, in my long-term port, I'm trying to go 1 year, 1 day to take advantage of the long-term capital gain structure. So it's Google, Netflix now, UPS. So Netflix 83.5, Google 152, Lululemon 182, UPS 96. Those are my cost basis, and Cava 59. Cava today, yesterday earnings came out, absolutely ripping. I think it's up to 84. And I have a members group. In fact, Mike is here. So Mike said, "Are you going to trim Cava?" I go, "Absolutely not." We're trying to go for 1 year, 1 day. I may sell some calls on it at some point, but no, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm in my long-term port. I don't sell cover calls. Trying to beat the benchmarks, and so as far as pricing is concerned, Lulu is just about even, 180, 181. My cost is 182. UPS 96. Stock is about 118 or 116, whatever. Cava 59. We're at 83, 84 range. Beautiful. Google 152. Stock is 310. We'll easily beat the benchmarks this year if they stay here. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? Just pick yourself, create a bundle or create an index for yourself with the stocks that you like. Don't go into some of these meme stocks or whatever, solid companies with good earnings, good cash flow, and enjoy the ride. Netflix gave me the opportunity. I waited literally 6 months to buy it. So puts got assigned, I own it. Google, I just bought the shares. Cava, I got assigned on that as well. In fact, after I got assigned, my cost was 59. Stock went to, I think, 45. But I do like the company. Earnings were good. Well, the forward guidance was really good. So that's why it's ripping today. And plus, it's a heavily shorted stock as well. UPS, I bought it the day they announced layoffs and earnings last quarter. 96 stock is, I think, 115. So that's up handsomely. So all the positions in it in the long-term port are up. Short-term trading account doing fine. On that one, it's a lot more short-term, obviously, right? The options and derivatives and 2x ETFs and things like that. So please understand that I keep things separately. It's better. I mean, your accountant is going to like you, number one, because you're not going to give him this much paperwork saying do my taxes. I call it separating business from pleasure. Okay, pleasure is trading, having fun. Investing is something else. I highly recommend all of you separate the two. The other thing is, obviously, don't pay bills out of those accounts as well. Okay, a lot of people just commingle everything, and then it's like jambalaya. I'm like, no, don't do that. It's better for you. You can keep track of the stuff easier. And long-term stocks go up. Okay, long-term. That's why you should have a long-term investment account that's probably 10x the size of your trading account. And short-term, yeah, go have fun, trade. Your odds of being successful is low, but go for it. Whatever system you have. If you're a day trader, if you're a zero DTE trader, if you're an option seller, or whatever you are, trading is different. Investing is something that all of you must do because what the government's doing, debasing of the currency and US dollar getting weaker, you have to invest. And that's why 10% of the folks, top 10% in this country, own 87% of all assets. And bottom 50% owns 1% of the assets. So that's why top 10% owns 87% of the assets, because they invest long-term. Long-term, stocks go up, but then you have to be still patient. Like, I didn't get stuck on Netflix at 150. I waited until 80. Same thing with UPS. UPS has been on its own bear market for 3 years. Stock topped at 350 and then got all the way down to 75, 80. And once it turned, I bought it. So those 5 stocks, again, Lululemon, Google, Cava, UPS, and Netflix. So 5 stocks in there. And I don't keep it more than 5. 5 is probably my max. And maybe I have room for a 6, but we'll see. The other thing is I don't use margin in the long-term port at all. I don't sell cover calls. I believe in the companies that I'm investing in, not trading, investing in. And, selling cover calls is bullshit. A lot of people on X, they go, I sell puts, I sell calls. I'm like, doesn't mean anything to me.